All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. I'm Emanuel Livingston. This is going to be a short show. A short show. Not the other one. It's going to be a short show. Hold on, let me see. Get the chat over there. Robert Willis in the house. Good afternoon, Robert Willis. Thank you for checking us out. I'm trying to do this like in real time instead of sitting here. I got some stuff I have to move here. No. Come on in, y'all. Say hello to me. Y'all know I appreciate that always. Say hello to me. Anthony, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Karen, representing downtown. Good afternoon, Karen. Good afternoon. I do know that I don't have the chat up yet. I know I don't have the chat up yet. Come on in. Hello. David, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yo Underwood, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got LaDonna in the house. Good afternoon. Checking in from Kentucky. Got Quintano in the house. Good afternoon, Quintano. Good afternoon. Over that way a little bit. You put your feet there. Good afternoon. Again, this is going to be a short show today. In part because I've been losing my voice. Like I haven't been talking all day, but every time I start talking just a little bit, my voice is not lasting very long. And number two, the little baby got something. She got a little something. I'm not sure what it is, but she got a little something. So I'm not going to make her sit down here too long today. All right. Butler Brown, good afternoon, representing Cartersville, Georgia. Sierra in the house, representing Boston. I already know. We got Ron in the house. Ron Dula says he's here. Good afternoon. Tria. Good afternoon, Tria. Good afternoon. Anthony. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sierra says drink some tea. I am. I am. With some honey and some lemon. Maria, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. All right. I don't want to belabor it. Hold on. As soon as I say it, they start coming in. Karen, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Karen. She's saying hi to the little baby. But I'm here. Good afternoon, Karen. Pamela in the house. Good afternoon. Representing North Avondale. Got Daryl in the house. Good afternoon, Daryl. Representing Forest Park. Got Pat. Good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. We got Andrea in the house representing Gulf Manor. All right, now I guess I'll put the chat up. Put the chat up. I can't do it that way because that's right at her. Daryl, my immune system is good. It's far beyond that of most mortal men. All right. I got to talk about it. Hopefully this is the last day we talk about this. We only going to talk about it for a little bit. Because again, today's show is a short show. Today's show is a short show. Got to talk a little bit about this county commissioner thing. Good afternoon, Regina. A little bit about this county commissioner thing. I don't even really want to get into it, the whole thing with the county commissioners. We all know. If you don't know, Stephanie Summerall Dumas did not vote for Alicia Reese for president of the county commission, and she gave a prepared statement basically saying Alicia Reese was not a good leader. Alicia Reese came back and basically said she feel like she being bullied and she not going to stand for no bullying. But in her prepared statement, Stephanie also said that she felt like basically she being bullied. So you had two people who feel like they're bullying one another. Alicia called into Lincoln Ware Show. Yesterday, Bishop Bobby Hilton called in representing his county commissioner, but he did not represent her very well. He didn't represent her very well. And, we discussed all of that yesterday. He called back in today. And here's my advice. Whether he ever hears it or chooses to take it, I was trying to give him advice today. But I get the feeling that he's not going to take my advice because he don't think I know what I'm talking about. He's going in. He keeps going in on Lincoln Ware Show as if he's going in to like some sort of a unbiased journalist. And that's not the case. Lincoln Ware's team, Alicia Reese, 100%. And he has to go in. See, he's thinking, based on what he said, he just wants peace. And he wants everybody to work together. He wants to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. He on that. But that's not what a lot of other people want. Even a lot of people who say they do. That's not what they want. He has to understand people, as much as they don't want to admit it, a lot of people are like me. Petty. A lot of people are petty. This ain't going away. We'll stop talking about it. Like me, I'm almost done talking about it. But over the next few days, by the next week, hopefully, if nothing else pops up, everybody will pretty much be done talking about it. That's not their issue. See, here's the deal. Commissioner Stephanie Summerall Dumas came out with no plan. And there's no fixing that. There's no fixing that. Y'all really need to just drop it. Stop calling in, trying to explain. Stop calling in, trying to make it better. Stop calling in, trying to create peace. Stop. What happened. You can't unring the bell. When you put yourself in that position, people chose sides. Okay? People chose sides. And the overwhelming majority of people chose Alicia Reese's side. Without knowing the full story don't matter. People like Alicia Reese. So the full story don't matter. You're not winning those people over. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So all you need to do, and I would suggest Bishop Bobby Hilton be the one to do it, because he has a friendly relationship with Lincoln Ware. His friendly relationship don't overrule the friendly relationship with Alicia Reese, but it exists. So what you need to do for the next however many years, just stop talking about this and start talking about what Stephanie Summerall Dumas is doing. Not what she's done, because you don't have a good indication of what she's done or how to properly say it to give it the impact. So you got to do yours in real time. So let's say on Monday, if Stephanie Summerall Dumas does a resolution about Martin Luther King, you need to be on the phone with Lincoln Ware talking about Stephanie Summerall Dumas did a resolution about Martin Luther King. That need to be your job. I just wanted to let the community know that she's working for the community. Bam. That's it. You calling in just to let people know what she's doing. If y'all run across a report and y'all got some questions on it, like, wait a minute, is $5 not accounted for? You need to be on the phone. Lincoln, we were looking at this report and
there's $5 not accounted for. And Summer Dumas is not going to put up with that. We want to know where the $5 went. We need to know where the money went. That's it.
That's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to make it look like y'all working hard for the people, because y'all working hard for the people. Y'all need to give people something to believe in that you're doing. That's what y'all need to do. If every time somebody come and say, hey, we want more money for this, you need to be on the phone with Lincoln.
Lincoln, they're saying that they want this much money, and we're looking into it. We don't know, how are black people gonna prosper from giving them that much money?
That's what you need to do. Everything. Like, you need to be on the phone with Lincoln Ware as much as Alicia Reese is. He not gonna give you the same amount of time. He not gonna make it seem like what you doing is a big deal. So you need to make it seem like what y'all doing is a big deal. People are not, they still gonna be Team Alicia. You can't undo that. But you can overload people with so much information and things that you're doing or that you're trying to do.
Lincoln, the Bengals say that, they want another $10 million for the field, and we don't know if we want to give them that $10 million, Lincoln. What does the black community get out of that $10 million, Lincoln?
Whatever it is, that's what you need to do, and you need to be the first one to do it. Sierra say, why can't Stephanie call in for herself? Maybe after a while of talking about what she's done and what she's done and what she's done, maybe then she can do it. But she can't do it right now. Richard says, why don't you like Alicia Reese, E-Man? I'll answer that question for you. If you can tell me anything that I've said that leads you to honestly believe that I don't like Alicia Reese. What did I say negative about Alicia Reese? And I will answer your question. Richard Chappell. Oh, I can't click it from there. I got to click it from here. Because I'm all about, it's 2024. I'm all about answering questions. But the questions have to make sense. So, Richard, if you can tell me what did I say negative or that makes it seem like I don't like Alicia Reese, I'll answer your question. If you can't tell me that, you just talking. And I understand that some people like to talk. But that's what they need to do. Take advantage of the opportunity to, because look, here's the deal. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a sports fan, right? I'm a little bit of a sports fan. Now, I understand that there was a time when there was no three-point shot in basketball. Let's talk NBA. There was a time when there was no three-point shot. And so to be all the way out there shooting kind of what amounts to a low percentage shot didn't make sense. But then along came the three-point line. And people still didn't jack up three-pointers like crazy. They didn't. They didn't just keep jacking them up. Till recently. Like Steph Curry, y'all know this. He's, I'm going to say the most prolific. He's hit more three-pointers than anybody in the history of the NBA. Passing Ray Allen not too long ago. What, last year? Or was that year before last? And he's still going strong. More than Reggie Miller, more than, Steve Kerr, John Paxson. He out there killing it. Guess what? I'm of the mindset that in the NBA right now, you can't win if you don't have some three-point shooting. You can't win if you don't have some three-point shooting. If you still trying to play by the old pre-3-point shot rules, you're going to get smoked. You're going to get smoked. Guess what? There was a time when big men played in the paint. You got them the ball. They kind of backed it in and, try to go up, do a little hook shot, maybe do a dunk. Big men shoot three-pointers. You can't play the same old game when other people are playing with new rules. Maybe it wasn't the tradition of the Hamilton County Commission to come out and talk to the people about everything that was going on. Give the people information. Tell the people so-and-so was trying to get money. Tell the people I'm fighting for this. Tell the people I'm trying to do this. Question things that may not have been the tradition in Hamilton County for the Hamilton County Commissioners. But it's a new sheriff in town. And she talked to the people about what's going on. So guess what? Stephanie got to stop. You can't be hesitant to shoot the three-pointer. Like, back in my day, we didn't shoot three-pointers. We got the three-point play the old-fashioned way. When everybody else jacking up threes, running up the score on you. Stephanie, you need to start shooting threes. And in this context, all that means is the game has changed. Self-promotion and giving out information to the public is Nat says that he's trying to follow the analogy. I think you got to be stupid to not be able to follow the analogy. So I think you just being silly. I think you being silly because I don't think you stupid. But if you really can't follow the analogy, the new game is get out, talk to the people, tell them what you're doing, tell them what's going on, make them, yes, people actually like to get into the minutia. So you communicate with the people as best as you can, as many details as you can, as often as you can. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's a new day. It's new rules. You got to play by the new rules. Nat says I'm big mad. What would I be mad about? What I got to be mad about? I'm not mad that you may or may not be stupid. I find it hard to believe that you're stupid. So I believe you being silly. I'm not mad. I'm trying to help. Because wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better if Alicia was telling us what's going on and Stephanie was telling us what's going on? They're not going to view everything the same. If Alicia was telling us what she's trying to do and Stephanie was telling us what she's trying to do, more information is better, right? I'm not saying that that's going to make people love Stephanie. But the rules of the game have changed. The traditional, we might hear from when Top Platoon was on the county commission. We might hear from Top Platoon every few months just to come in and say something. Not really give us any information, but he would come on and say something. Oh, he's our commissioner. Alicia is Steph Curry. She out there shooting them threes. She killing y'all. Y'all still trying to back in and try to draw a foul and get a layup. Bobby Hilton, if you want to help, stop. Again, I believe your heart is in the right place.
I just want to stand on the side of truth.
And at one point he said he can't be down there, attacking people basically, because he got to work with everybody. And I'm trying to tell him you don't have to attack anybody. It's probably best that you don't attack anybody. Just realize when you talk to the Lincoln Ware, you're in hostile territory. So you don't come in trying to defend Stephanie. Come in telling us what is Stephanie doing and giving us information. That's it. That's it. The rest of this stuff, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. People done pick sides, and that's where they going to be. You make it worse when you call in and won't answer questions appropriately. Hold on, twin. You make it worse when you what you say?
Why you got to tell me hold on?
Because I need you to hold on. I'm not finished saying what I got to say.
Oh,
all right. You make it worse when you call in to make the point that Alicia Reese abstained and gave her reasons for abstaining, and Lincoln had to pull that out of you. Did Alicia say why she abstained?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I think I saw that somewhere, and you calling in. Did Alicia say that?
I didn't say that.
Did you write it in the text?
I didn't write it in the text.
Well, what you calling in for? Did she do it?
I'm not saying she did or that she didn't. I'm just saying that you said that.
Just say, Lincoln, you said that if Stephanie would have just abstained and not said nothing, we wouldn't be talking about this. But did you know that when Alicia abstained, she said something? Just say it. Just say it. Again, even the way you communicating with us is that old school kind of way of communicating. Alicia come on shooting threes. Let me tell you what's going down. This happened, and then she said this, and then she voted this way, and she did this, and she said that, and bam. You on there, doing riddles. People don't like that. It's 2024, bro. Just come on and say it. Lincoln, when Alicia Reese abstained, she said why she abstained too. So if you're going to hold it against Stephanie, hold it against her. That's what you wanted to say. Just say it. You don't do yourself any good when you do the old school riddle stuff.
Oh, what?
You don't do yourself any favors. Just say it. The rules have changed. Change with the times. You ain't got to attack nobody. Just talk about your person and what they doing. All right, twin.
all right. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, you show king of the talk. I see you. Yep. Hey, you make a good point, E-Man. If he's a preacher, a bishop and stuff and everything, I think he should put on his robe or whatever. If not, take it off. But he sure was blocking for Stephanie Doom.
Well, that's his.
Lincoln was about.
I mean, that is, he is the chief of staff for Commissioner Stephanie Summerall Dumas. So when he's calling in to block for her, that's like his job.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, okay, he the preacher, bishop, whatever he is. I don't care what they say. I think they should go behind in his office or something like that and and talk amongst each other and everything, and just nip it in the bud, because you got some white folks down there looking and like, look at them, they can get along and making them, they just looking stupid and everything else. He the bishop and everything. I think he should just put both of them together. Don't nobody ain't got to know, hey, meet me at my house or somewhere else and stuff, and just squash it, man, because say like it's just he say, she say, and that's childish and everything. I mean, she mad because of her name recognition and she doing this for the people, whatever. I don't know what the case may be. But
Well, I don't.
man.
Twin, I'm with you. I don't know what the case may be. In order to get that, I think Stephanie would have to call in and say, look, this is what the real issue is. But I'm hoping that Stephanie is smart enough to not do that on the Lincoln Ware show, because Lincoln will do the same thing to her that he did to Bishop Bobby Hilton. He will tear her to pieces, because Lincoln's job is to support Alicia Reese, because that's his friend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. So that's how Bishop Bobby Hilton is. He gonna support, like you said, support Stephanie Dumas with her. But still, man, they should have, whatever they should have. If y'all got issues with each other, they should have just kept it to themselves or whatever. All right, solve it right there. I mean, y'all well known around here and everything. Y'all fighting over nothing, arguing, whatever the case may be. That's childish to me, or whatever. And then people go look at y'all like, man, they can't even get along down there. Why should I vote for them or whatever? And then, some people go ride with, I see with Alicia and stuff, because they know Alicia and what she have done. But they ain't gonna ride with Dumas all big when it's election time. They gonna look at her like, nah, she bad business, whatever.
Well, I think she got 3 years to kind of, work that out. And if she does kind of what I'm suggesting, like if
Stephanie Dumas,
if she does what I'm suggesting in 3 years, if she's able to just run off a laundry list of things that she's done and that she's made everybody aware of, I think people can look past this terrible episode.
So what has she done, though?
I don't know, but that was my whole point earlier, is that she need to start doing stuff, and she need to start telling people what she's doing. And everything that crossed her desk, somebody, her or a representative of hers, need to be telling the community, this is what's happening.
Exactly. That's crazy. And why, I don't understand. They've been down there, Emanuel, but what, 10, 20 years, same council, or it's different ones now, but still, why is it that it took Alicia to get all this and they couldn't come up with all this? And everything, 513, Walk of Fame and all that. And then they didn't even want her to really dare to go through channels to even get that Walk of Fame, right?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to go through channels no matter what. I think the reason it took Alicia Reese to come up with it is because it was her idea. It was something she thought of and came up with. And you're going to have to go through channels to do it. Like Stephanie can't just go down there tomorrow and say, yeah, well, I want to do a so-and-so and it get done tomorrow. There's going to be channels.
True. All right. Every time it comes to the black people, we got to go through something.
Well, white people have to go through it too.
Shit, they get it quicker more than we will.
Well, that might be true.
In Cincinnati. That's how it is how they treat, because you got a lot of crazy little Uncle Sams and stuff, White man tell them this and all that. Hey, off with your head. I ain't losing my job because of you. It's crazy, man. All right, man, you have a good weekend, man.
All right, you do the same. I'm not sure.
I like your background, too, man. That's a nice background you got.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
All right, man. Be safe.
You too.
All right, man.
So I forgot I changed the background. But yeah, now that's just my It's just my suggestion. They can ignore me if that's what they like to do. I know what I'm talking about. And it will work for everybody. The citizens would get more out of it that way. They could put this pettiness behind them, and That'll be that. And I think people would overlook this in 3 years if there was just so much that she had, that she wouldn't even have to come back and say, I did this, I did this, I did this. We would know. Like, nah, she did this. She did. Alicia don't have to come and tell you, I did the Black Music Walk of Fame. You just know. Because she told you when it was an idea, when it was coming to fruition, when it got done, when it got open, and she's still promoting it. She don't have to tell you she did it. We know you did it. She don't have to tell you she did the 513 bus. She's still gonna tell you. But she don't have to tell you. Who, if I ask, who brought the 513 bus to Hamilton County? Everybody could chant in unison. Alicia Reese? Because we know. Because she told us. And she tells us over and over. Y'all know it's 2024. I'm all about answering questions. Don asks a question. What questions did Chief Hilton not answer on Lincoln's show? It wasn't that he didn't answer it. He didn't answer it in a timely fashion. He was calling in to say that Alicia Reese made a statement about why she chose to abstain from voting for Stephanie Summerall Dumas as president. But I think Lincoln had to ask him 3 times in 3 different ways. Did Alicia make a statement when she abstained? Well,
I didn't say that.
Did you put on the Facebook page, did it?
I didn't do that.
Well, did she make a comment?
Well, but Lincoln, you said.
Just answer the question. It shouldn't even have to be a question. Lincoln, I was calling in because earlier you said so on and so on and so forth. And now I'm here to tell you, yes, she did make a statement about why she abstained. She shouldn't have even, a question shouldn't have even had to come forth. The old school, oh, I'm going to tease them. That ain't working. That ain't working. That style ain't working. Just not the way it is. So, did he answer the question? Eventually. But you shouldn't have to say that. Nat says 2 different talent levels as it relates to political skills. It's like the Lakers versus the Cincinnati Kings. See, I knew you understood the analogy. You was just playing stupid, but I knew you understood it. And yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. From a political, they need to step their game up and do things differently. Sierra, Stephanie needs someone else to manage her PR. He just needs to change tactics. I think a part of the thing is he really believes, hey, since me and Lincoln are friends, Lincoln is going to be fair with me. But he's not with this. He's fiercely loyal to Alicia Reese. Stop thinking he gonna be fair to you. Give you benefit of the doubt. Not happening. Don says, I pray for unity. That's the same stuff that Hilton's saying, and it's not. I pray for unity too. I pray for unity too. Hold on a minute, Ron. I pray for unity too. But praying for unity is not going to make people see what Stephanie Summerall Dumas is doing in the community. And according to some people, they not even allowed to talk. So how they going to come together and be united? I'm going to address that one more time about the whole not being able to talk, because some of that is silly. But the idea,
I stand by truth, and I want everybody to come together.
You represent Stephanie. Represent Stephanie. Let peace represent peace. You get up there and represent your commissioner. I bet Alicia Reese wants peace too. I would be willing to bet you money Alicia Reese wants peace and unity. But guess what? When Alicia Reese come on the air talking about this, Alicia Reese gonna say, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and she repaid me by doing this, and she repaid me by doing that, and she did this, and she did that. Because it's politics. So I pray for unity too. But while you praying for unity, you better represent your person. Ron. Ron?
Hey, man, that's 100. Man, first of all, man, you know, first of all, the way you described me coming at you yesterday was totally correct. You know, it's just frustrating, and I like woofing with you. I do, and I don't have no. If anybody think I got any smoke with you or Nate, you know, it's you know, I'll clown you and Nate. You know, if between me and you. Me and between me and Nate, and it's just that clowning.
And Ron, can I tell people this? Can I interrupt you for a second? Can I tell people this? I ran into Ron D at it was a school board meeting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ran into Ron D at the school board meeting. Ron D come over to me, and I don't want to. I'm not 100% sure if we went back and forth that day or not, but there was no animosity. Nothing like that. It's not some personal beef or anything. He passionate. Y'all know I'm passionate, and we go at it, and that's that. I never perceived we had beef.
Yeah, and I think that should be that, you know. But you know, I think you said, because I'm not looking at the screen and stuff. I'm doing something, but I think you said Bishop Hilton was listening. Didn't you say?
I don't know if he's listening or not. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's listening.
Hey, first of all, you know, everything you said, you had a great show yesterday, because everything you said was correct. And I agree with you more times than it appears. You know, we don't agree on Trump and all that stuff, but I agree with you more times than it appears. And what you said yesterday about Stephanie Dumas and how they needed to come together, what you're saying today, I mean, it's a trip. You know how Cincinnati politics work. You what you said about Lincoln? You know, he got loyalties. Forget about Steve Reeves. He got loyalties to Alicia, but he got loyalties to Steve more so than Alicia. So he ain't gonna go against the Reeves family. He just not. And you know, it just makes sense to settle that stuff the way you said yesterday and the way you said today. And I asked Bishop Hilton, and could Stephanie Dumas and Alicia and Driehaus go to a private dinner amongst themselves, off public record? And he said, yeah. I mean, what you just said is the way that it needs to be handled. But Cincinnati politics, you know, it's a beast. It's a beast in Cincinnati. But that's all I had to say, man. I'm going to chop it up with you later and listen to you.
I want to ask you a question.
What's that?
What do you think about Hunter Biden showing up for the hearing?
I told you yesterday, hey, you know, I got, you know what? fucker. I'm sorry, but it was player. And I mean, like you said, he sucked all the air out the damn room.
He did. Why do you think? Because you're probably more in touch with that side of it. Why will they not question him publicly?
You know what? I think the questions that they want to ask, shit, they can't ask publicly because the preponderance of the evidence, and in real talk, the preponderance of the evidence is that Joe and his brother and all them, they were in cahoots together with making money. They had LLCs everywhere. The preponderance of the evidence is there.
Hold on, but no, wait. So you're saying that there was an LLC with Joe Biden's name on it that they were funneling money into from foreign governments?
No,
while he was
president? It wasn't an LLC with Joe Biden's name on it.
Oh.
But multiple families, even their granddaughters had LLCs in their name.
I don't know that that's unusual for wealthy people.
Well, no, but they do that when they hide money. I mean, because they had LLCs in their names, but nobody did nothing. Nobody that can say, hey, well, I did this. I'm doing this for business.
So the question becomes, do you think that right now they could draw a line from Hunter Biden to Joe Biden? They have a legit paper trail that they can put on Joe Biden and say, while he was president of the United States, he violated these laws.
Real talk.
Yeah.
I don't think, only thing the Republicans want him to do is go away. And it's really a trip, man, because I don't understand what's going on. Because Trump can't be president again. Trump can't be. They won't let him be president again. You know, if they, you know, and you know, Trump would have. They banned Trump off all social media. They just did everything they did they could do to Trump for the last 8 years.
But don't you think that all of that stuff was valid things that he brought on himself?
Yeah, but you got to think about it. You know, it's just like you know what's going on now. See, and I told you when Trump was in office, I used to say glass houses. I used to say, post that on your page all the time and post it on Lincoln page. Glass houses, because everybody does all of that stuff. Just like Joe Biden had documents and Pence had documents. Everybody does all of that stuff, but you have to wonder why they were battling against Trump so much. If Trump was so much of a racist, well, why wouldn't they let Trump do what racist does if the Republicans or if the Democrats and Republicans are because again we've had racists all of our lives in my lifetime. We basically had racists all of our lives in the White House. They had Nixon and Ronald Reagan in a phone conversation calling us niggas.
Right, but Ron, I'm not sure that I understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if you know, all of the Republicans and you know the Democrats, they all have racists in their party.
Agreed.
They all have racists in their party.
I agree.
But all the time, it's been a history. They always, keep the black man down in every kind of way.
Okay.
In every kind of way. Why wouldn't they let Trump keep the black man down like they always did? Like they always did.
Again, I don't understand what you're saying.
See, like I said, it's because the government is raised are Republicans and Democrats.
But wait a minute. But Ron, let me ask a direct question, because you brought up a few different examples, and I just want to get your take on it. Do you believe it was unfair for them to ask Donald Trump for the classified documents back?
I mean, if he was allowed to take them, he was allowed to take them. If he had to bring them back, motherfucker, you bring them back.
All right, but you do understand that he didn't, right?
Yeah, and I understand that he got to deal with that shit.
Okay.
He got to deal with that. That's on the table. But. Did they say anything about anybody else bringing any other docs? And I know that they asked him to bring the documents back.
Right.
But did they ask any other person to bring any documents back?
Yes.
Joe Biden. They found documents.
And when they found them, they asked him to bring them back.
But I'm telling you, he had documents from when he was in the Obama administration.
Right.
Wait a minute. He wasn't allowed. He wasn't allowed in any type of way to take documents.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. Just like Mike Pence had some, and when they found his, they said, "Hey, bring those back," and that's what happened.
No, I didn't say bring those back. I said he wasn't allowed to take them.
But you're wrong there. They are allowed to take them.
They're not allowed to take them.
They are.
No, they're not.
Yes.
The only person that is allowed to take documents, if he deems it non-classified, is the president.
No. Ron, look. Let me tell you right now. Who's
to go in the skiff?
Ron.
Do you know what a skiff is?
Ron.
Do you know what a skiff is?
I do. Ron.
Do you know what a skiff is?
I just said yes. Ron. Let me. Who's the vice president right now? Kamala Harris. And if Joe Biden allows her to take classified documents to her home office, then she's allowed to do that, right?
If and I don't even know if no, did you say it into her office?
Yes.
Or
to her home office.
Yeah, you can take stuff home in her office, but she will have to bring that back. You have to sign that stuff. Wait. You wait a minute. You have to sign that stuff out. It's a skiff. It's a basic room, just like signing out.
We know what a skiff is. We know.
No, okay. Now, if you go in that skiff, you can just take and view documents in that skiff, but you're not allowed to take documents out.
Ron?
You not unless they're presidential documents. When vice president and president, all of them going into their office. When you go out, that's why they had to return the documents. When you go out, you have to return those documents.
Ron.
But I don't want to get distracted.
I don't want you to be distracted, but I just want to give you this piece of information so that you don't make the same very flawed argument with somebody much smarter than me.
Okay.
Ron, you're wrong. the vice president and the president and other people who they allow can take classified documents home to their home offices, and they can view them and use them as they need to, as they're allowed to.
Do they have to bring them back?
And
Do they have to bring them back?
let me
Bring them back?
can I finish? Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
And at the very least, once their term in office is over, they are supposed to return those documents.
Okay. So they had documents at home and wasn't supposed to.
Right.
They had documents and was a trip. Like I said,
You're correct.
The LLCs and all of that stuff that Hunter Biden and all the rest of the family had.
But wait a minute, hold on. Before you go to that, please finish the statement about the documents, because that's very important. So I'll help. They all had documents. Trump had documents. Biden had documents. Pence had documents. They all had documents. When they found out about Pence's documents, Pence said, "What? Oh, my bad. Here you go." When they found out about Biden's documents, he said, "What? Oh, my bad. Here you go." When they found out about Trump's, Trump said, "I ain't got none." They said, "Yes, you do." He said, "No, I don't." They said, "Yes, you do." He said, "No, I don't." They said, "Well, here's a subpoena for them." He said, "Oh, okay, I got a few. Here is some of them." They said, "You still got some." He said, "No, I don't." This went on for over 6 months.
Listen to me, man.
All right.
Listen to me for a minute. Trump is an asshole. He's arrogant. He's a narcissist. He want everybody like him. You know, I ain't do nothing. He's like a big kid. Like a big kid.
So why do you still want to vote for him?
Listen to me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Listen to me. Now, I went to the grocery store.
Oh.
And just today, no, just now you said, and it's a couple of reasons.
I'm listening.
Well, no, I ain't even really gonna break that down for you. I'm gonna break it down to you another way. You know,
I like the grocery store thing. I wish you would finish that.
Yeah. But well, I went to the grocery store, and it's just, I reached for something that I think it was pudding.
Oh.
And I reached for the Jello pudding, and I mean, it was just funny, and it was $2 for $6, and it's a trip that now I ain't have to worry about, getting it. I ain't have to worry about putting it back. I got it. Cussed Joe Biden out, and I got it. I got my water. Cussed Joe Biden out about that. And, I got all my items. But it's a trip how I can get my items. I can get my stuff. I don't really have no problem getting everything I need to get, anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about everybody else.
Yeah.
I just think about that shit. I think about that. I think about the fact, we passed that abortion bill here when we did pass it, and they were applauding that. But it's a trip because I looked at it as basically you can put an abortion in the layaway. You can hide your money. You ain't got to get an abortion at 22 weeks, at 3 months. You ain't got to get an abortion, at 6 months. They told you when you get the money. Now it's a hypothetical.
Well, I'll have to admit I'm confused,
Because that's the Biden administration.
No, what does any of this have to do with pudding?
No. I'm saying that my price doubled. My price doubled. You know, not even in 3. Well, I just say 3. You know, my price doubled.
The price of what double?
When like the price of pudding and the price of everything.
That's not true. Man. That's not true. Okay. No, y'all keep saying that, but it's not true.
Because I won't say double. My price is double for the pudding, but you get the picture. I don't want to play semantics with you because it's too important.
But I don't know that it's semantics when you say the price on everything has doubled under Joe Biden.
It's not double. It's way higher. Okay.
I don't know that that's even true.
Okay. It's more expensive. Can we go with that? A lot more expensive.
Things are more expensive now than they were 8 years ago. No doubt about it.
No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Possibly.
A year ago.
How long do you? Let me ask you a question.
Wait, because you said why I vote for Trump.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna ask this question, then I'm gonna shut up and let you finish. But my question is, how long do you expect things to stay the same price? Trump was elected in 2016. Did you expect the price of gas in 2016 to be the same as it was in 2020?
Shame on you, Emanuel. Shame on you. Shame on you. Because
it's a question.
You wait, man. You know flat out that the price it wasn't no 8 years ago. But okay. I don't expect that.
Okay.
But, it's more expensive than what I expect.
Okay.
Now, you asked me why I'm voting for Trump. Now, the economy is one thing. The border is another thing. It's ridiculous and we ain't even caught the beginning of what this border crisis is meaning to us.
How many people coming over the border every day?
About 5,000 to 7,000.
5,000 to 7,000 a day.
5,000 to 7,000 a day right now. 5,000 to 7,000 a day. It's been almost 7 million since he's taken office. 7 million people since he's taken office.
How many people illegally crossed the border when Trump was in office?
It was less than, I think it was less than 3,000 a day. I can't remember because it's just ran out of my head because of the Biden crisis. But
all right.
It wasn't. It was 90,000 children. 90,000 children that we've taken possession of. 90,000 that they don't know where they at. 90,000 children missing. See, Trump wasn't hiding them in cages because he was trying to break families up. Trump was hiding them in cages to keep the predators out. So now what we're dealing with, 90,000 children are missing. 90,000. What can you imagine what is being done?
So Trump locked those little kids in cages for their own good.
Yeah. And so you got proof because I don't think he had any children come across the border that didn't come or didn't reunite with somebody, or somebody took possession of the children.
Okay.
We took possession, and we got 90,000 missing.
So you're voting for Trump, although he's all those horrible things you said because of immigration and economy.
But see, I ain't done. No, I ain't done. You know, you said the abortion piece, and you said what I had to do.
And abortion?
I had to do. Well, like I said, basically, these people can put an abortion in layaway. Now it sounds far-fetched.
Well, Ron,
Okay.
I want to tell you this. If you're against abortion, why don't you give any credit to Joe Biden? Because under the Joe Biden administration, Roe v. Wade was overturned.
He didn't want to overturn it.
It don't matter, but it happened under his administration, didn't it?
No, the Supreme Court
But
overturned
it happened during his administration, didn't it?
The Biden administration ain't got nothing to do.
Hold on. Did it happen under his administration?
The Biden administration don't have nothing to do with the Supreme Court.
It's a simple question. Did it happen under his administration?
The Biden administration does not have nothing.
Did it happen under his administration?
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of got to give him credit for it, right? If he get the blame for stuff that he ain't got nothing to do with that happens under his administration, he got to get the credit for stuff under his administration. Hey, Ron.
That was I didn't know what had happened.
I thought you hung up.
No, I promise I didn't hang up.
Well, I'm up against the break, so wrap it up for me.
Okay, so like I said, you can basically put an abortion in the layaway. Transgender sports and transgender period is taking over the women's spot, the biological women's spot. It's just time out for all of that bullshit. It's time out for all of that bullshit. That's why I'm voting for Trump. I'm still voting for Trump for policy. We didn't have 3 wars. And if Trump was in the White House, we wouldn't have 3. Shit.
You couldn't possibly know that.
Okay. The Abraham Accords, they were working towards peace. But if you in the Bible says when they say peace, peace, a sudden destruction is at hand. So that's what the Israeli war is about.
Can I ask you a question? How much is gas a gallon right now?
289. I think 289. But
I didn't even have to ask.
But we have a 15-cent tax on the state tax, so it's 15 cents less.
Do Biden get credit for that?
Yeah, but see.
So don't that mean the economy is getting better under Joe Biden?
But see, man, I'm telling you.
Hold on. Does that mean that the economy is getting better under Joe Biden?
No.
No? If prices are coming down and real wages are going up, spending is up. How does that not mean the economy is getting better?
Because you are not looking at the bigger picture. You're only looking at what they showing you. You're not looking at the bigger picture. Okay, how in the world? And this is the thing. How in the world? You got to ask yourself a question. How in the world? And again, it's a 15-cent tax on gas. And how in the world can gas be so cheap when Saudi Arabia has cut back, I think, 4 million barrels a day? 4 million. He came to beg Saudi Arabia for oil. Saudi Arabia cut back 4 billion or 4 million barrels a day. They're sucking oil dry. we have to put back our strategic oil reserves, which are less. I
But
think they said
but
less than
Ron,
50%.
but Ron,
It's
Ron,
smoke and mirrors.
but Ron,
Okay.
the average price of gas in December of 2019 was $2.55 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2019.
Yeah.
Trump was president then.
Yes.
We are almost 5 years later, and we are almost approaching that same level. How can you
But
not say
we
that Trump,
went, but we went from $4. Hey,
right? Which
listen,
means
talk to me.
the
Yeah,
economy is
hey,
getting better.
talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm,
Talk to me in
I
two
am.
months.
I'm trying.
Talk to me too much about that. But you said you up against a break. I
Yes.
just want to reiterate again,
Yes.
man. We good. Hey, Nate, I see you. I can see. I think it's Nate. Nate, we good, and we ain't got no smoke with each other. I just like arguing with y'all.
All right. Yeah, I
All right,
appreciate your
100.
call. All right, that was Ron. I don't know. It seemed reasonable to me that the economy is getting better. The economy was on a downturn when Biden took office. It continued down, and now it's on the upturn. He's turning it around. One would even argue he's turned it around. That argument could be made easily. He's turning it around. It's turned around. If things keep going like they're going now, they're only gonna get better. Nate,
I just wanted to give a quick update. I went back and looked at the organizational meeting of the Hamilton County Commission from 2022, the first meeting in January, and all these people have been saying the reason that they mad at Stephanie Summerall Dumas is she could have abstained, but she should not have explained why she did it.
that's what they
If she
said.
had just voted to abstain and not said anything, then they would be cool with it. So Alicia Reese abstained from voting for Stephanie Summerall Dumas in January 2022, and guess what? She had a big, long, drawn-out speech explaining why she was abstaining. Now, all these people who said we are not like Trump supporters, we admit when our person was wrong, and we admit when we were wrong. All the people who in the chat room saying, oh, they doing the same thing Lincoln Ware was doing, saying he shouldn't have explained why she is saying. Now that I'm telling you,
Nate,
and man, I will send you the audio of
Nate.
that if you want.
Nate,
Yes.
that's different.
How is it different?
It don't matter. It's Alicia Reese, therefore it's different. That's different. That's what they'll say. And that's what I'm saying. I think Stephanie's team has to come to grips with the fact that people not gonna change their mind even in the face of facts. The people who are like, oh, I blindly support Alicia Reese are gonna blindly support Alicia Reese. You can give them as many facts, oh, it was just, Alicia said it was just what they do is customary, and she was upset that Stephanie abstained. Well, Alicia abstained. Well, that's different. But Stephanie abstained, but then she explained why she abstained. Well, Alicia explained too. Well, but that's different. She didn't say the exact same thing that Stephanie said. If she would have said the exact same thing Stephanie said, no matter what, people who done made up their mind done made up their mind.
Well, I figure I'm actually asking you why is it different, knowing that you don't really mean it's different.
Yes,
But it's gonna be fun hearing Lincoln Ware on Monday explain why it's different.
Well, he won't be on
He's been
Monday.
saying oh, that's right. And then by Tuesday, he'll say, "Oh, that's old news. We don't want to talk about it anymore." So Alicia Reese wins again.
Yes.
Alicia Reese wins again. But at least the people who are watching your podcast will know that we got the video, we got the audio. Alicia did vote to abstain, and she did give. You know, I was just thinking, like, when has Alicia ever done anything and not gave a speech about it? I can't remember whether she was on Cincinnati City Council, whether she was up in the State House. It just ain't like her. So I couldn't believe that she abstained and didn't give no reason, didn't say nothing about it. I couldn't believe it. And again, I got the video. And sure
What did
enough,
you think about Bobby Hilton's performance on the Lincoln Ware Show today?
I did not hear it,
Oh,
so I can't grade it. I didn't hear it. Tuned in late.
okay.
And then I was out, in and out, so I was doing something else. All right.
All right.
That was it.
All right. All right. Just y'all know where I stand. Well, some of y'all know where I stand on it. Other those of you who I'm not 100% in camp Alicia Reese, therefore I hate her. Y'all don't know where I stand. But the rest of y'all know where I stand. Support both of them sisters. I have to admit, I'm much more familiar with Alicia Reese. I think I've met Stephanie Summerall Dumas once. I think I've met her once. I talked to her on the air once. Once. I'm holding up two fingers, but I mean once. So I don't have any personal connection to her. Now, of course, I'm familiar with Bishop Bobby Hilton, and I have no animosity or whatever towards him. I just think it's like he's playing 1970s politics, and Alicia Reese is playing 2024 politics. And you gotta step up and, play by the current rules. So that's that. There was something else. I can't remember what it was. It was something else that I wanted to talk about. On Martin Luther King Day, what do you plan on doing? Is there anyone that genuinely takes Martin Luther King Day as a day to advance social justice? And marching and going to a Martin Luther King Day speech don't count. Because that's not advancing social justice at all. So is there anyone that takes Martin Luther King Day and uses it as an opportunity to attempt to advance social justice for people? If so, what do you do? How do you do that? How do you do it? Just curious. In all honesty, I don't. And I like, Marty, Marty, my boy. I'm down with him. Not against him whatsoever. But I'll be honest, I don't sit around trying to advance social justice on Martin Luther King Day. I sleep in. So that mean I get up late. And I chill around the house. I'll be like, I got the day off. Might make a big breakfast. Stuff like that. I don't know that maybe we missing an opportunity on Martin Luther King Day. we not using it for what it's supposed to be. I feel like it's, for a lot of people now, it's just another holiday that we don't really, like, on 4th of July, I'm not sitting around thinking about, I love America. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I sleep late, get up, cook breakfast, get out and hit the grill maybe, and then go see some fireworks later on. Maybe that's just how we do it. That's just how holidays are. I don't know. Just curious. I was just thinking about that. Like it's become, for a lot of people, just another holiday. Just another holiday. And to some degree, that saddens me. To some degree, that saddens me. Don says the march is just, I think he meant a formality. And people are walking and not marching with a purpose or to highlight current issues in our community. That's why I said the march don't count. Because it's just something to do. Like lighting fireworks on the 4th of July. Nobody's really doing that like symbolically. No, they pretty and loud. And it's pleasant to watch. But nobody's lighting fireworks like, oh, this was how the bombs were going off. And, no, nobody's doing that. McConnell says marching just mess up your shoes. Y'all know I'll be cussing, so marching just mess up your shoes. So, okay, I was just curious how everybody else felt about it. Pamela says, does anybody remember when Lincoln and Emanuel would broadcast from Music Hall on MLK Day? One year, Emanuel said some lady had a fur on, looked like a walking bear. I don't remember. I do not think I said that. I'm pretty sure I did not say that. I'm pretty sure you just made that up. You just made that up. But I don't know. I might have to get into, on Martin Luther King Day, taking that really as a day to figure something out, do something to, advance social justice. Because to be completely honest, I don't think I do that enough. I feel it, but I don't think I act on it enough. I don't think I act on it enough, and it's about that time. Also, speaking of Martin Luther King, this is not about Martin Luther King. This is more about Jonathan Majors and his Coretta Scott King comment. Ladies, are you willing to be a Coretta or Michelle? And when I think about that, here's what I think. I know this don't totally describe either of these ladies, but I think if your man is getting ready to go to another level, are you willing to give up or put on hold, put on pause your dreams, your career, your everything to help your man go to the next level and support him while he's at that next level? Are you as a woman, or is that an old school thing? As a woman, are you willing to be a Coretta or a Michelle Obama? Are you willing to be a Coretta or a Michelle? Or are you like, hey, my career is just as important as his career. My life is just as important as his life. I'm not putting my nothing to the side for no man. Is that how women operate nowadays? Or, will women still be a Coretta or a Michelle? CK.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
CK, I'm doing all right. How are you?
Oh, man, I was doing good. I was listening to your show today in the rain. It was cold as hell.
It is cold.
Did you see the rainbow? Did you see the 2 rainbows this morning?
I did not see a rainbow this morning.
Oh, my God. I got footage. I got actual footage. You hear me? I'm talking about it was a rainbow and then a rainbow.
I believe you.
No, but listen. It was a rainbow and then another rainbow on top. It was like something I've never seen before. We was in a maze.
It was magic.
It was like I was with what to? You hear me?
Yeah, it was like magic.
Yeah. And you work with all them conspiracy theories. Oh, they doing something. Everybody think we about to blow up and stuff. I'm like, man, it's crazy. But I'm listening to your show yesterday when I got off, and like you said, you brought up Jonathan Majors, and you see how he did that boy. Now look, this is what I told you. You took a man down from he was excelling in his career, and you ruined him all because of the color of his skin and him dating a Caucasian woman. You see how they do people?
Yes.
He was coming in us. We had footage. This man was running like Flash trying to get away. He was actually the victim. And we got people blaming him for saying he want her to act like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama. Livingston, what's wrong with that?
But look, I told y'all before all of that stuff happened, I would not feel bad for Jonathan Majors if he got convicted.
Oh my God. Why would you say something like that? You sound like Bill Cosby thought. Oh my God. Why would you say something like that? You're the reason he got convicted. People like you, sir. You got to fight for justice, Livingston. You was raised in the church. Your parents didn't raise you to be letting innocent people go down like this, man. Fight for that man. You see he was in why did you that mad at him for dating a white woman? Is that what it is? You got a problem with him dating a white woman?
Can I answer now?
Yes, sir.
All right. No, my problem is not necessarily him dating a white woman, even though I think that might have a little something to do with it. If I really search myself for real, that might have a little something to do with it. But my bigger problem is allegedly he has a history of treating women bad. And
when
so
you say treating bad, what do you mean? Violence?
Maybe mental or physical abuse. That's been alleged, and here is one thing that always get me. When people, I watched portions of that interview that he did, right? And the woman asked him like a really simple question along the lines of, have you ever abused a woman?
Okay.
Now, to me, that reminded me of R. Kelly when the guy asked him, do you like teenage girls? And R. Kelly was like, how old are we talking? You know what I'm saying? The answer to that, you 40. No, that's the answer, right? Jonathan Majors didn't automatically be like, no, I've never abused a woman. He's like, you mean like soccer? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. The fact that you had to think about and qualify that answer says to me there's something there. What the something is, I don't know. Maybe you didn't slap her. You just one of them ends that like to pinch women. You know what I'm saying? But it's something there. That's a slam dunk. Jonathan Majors, have you ever abused a woman? No.
Hold on. Let me try it on you. Emanuel Livingston, have you ever abused a woman?
No.
See?
But I'm not gonna be
I
like,
think-
well, do you? Hold on. Now ask me that question again.
Mr. Livingston, have you ever abused a woman?
By abuse, do you mean slapped her with an open hand?
Oh, that's Jonathan Major. I
Right.
see what you're saying.
Right. Who qualifies like that? Like the answer is no. The answer is no. Because what? I'm trying to say, like, I never slapped one with an open hand. I might have punched one, might have pinched one, might have kicked one, might have stomped one, but I never slapped one with an open. Is that what you mean? That's a horrible answer to the question.
Damn. Yeah, I can't even argue that. You're right. Because like you said, because I was going to give you the lie detector test, but that is, like you said, that is like, because that is a lie detector test. He's showing a little deception in your hesitation. And
so because I perceive, based on some of the things that have been out there, that just seemed realistic enough to me, that he's maybe done something before. He got caught on this one. And so, you know, I don't feel good about it because I don't think they proved their case, but I don't feel bad for him.
So how do you feel about, so do you think he has to say no? Even if he has abused
Yes, yes. Even if you did it, you say no. Like, even if you are Kelly and you like 19-year-olds, but you 40. If somebody asks you, do you like teenagers? The answer is no.
Right. Great analogy. Yeah, and I didn't peep that. I see what you're saying about that, but I'm just going with the facts of the case, and based on the facts of the case, it looks like he was set up because of his race. You know what I mean? We gotta stop.
I mean, I think I kind of agree with you with this case, which is why I say I don't feel good about this case, but I don't feel bad for him. Plus, I do have to admit, it's a little offensive to be dating a white woman talking about, I want you to be a Michelle or a Coretta. If you want a Michelle or a Coretta, go get a sister.
No.
Yeah.
I disagree with you on this. I disagree. I really do. Okay. For what are they first? They are human beings first. Then they are women. Then they are mothers. Then they are wives. Then they black. They not black first.
Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I agree with they're human first. In my mind, they black second.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm no scientist. You know what I'm saying? But the way that the human develops in the womb, I'm not sure that the gender is developed first. Like, two black people get together and that woman get pregnant, that baby gonna be black. We don't know if it's gonna be a male or a female, but we know it's gonna be black because it was two black people.
Okay, but somebody like you yourself, right? We've been listening to you for 30, 40 years on the radio, right? So we kind of have a perception of even how you thought as a young man in your late 20s and 30s.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what if that was always your standard, right?
Okay,
you've been on the radio saying, okay, I want me a woman like Coretta that's down with me like Coretta or Michelle. So if that's who you are, that's not going to change just because you get with a white woman. You just saying that's what I look for in a woman.
Let me tell you,
been with a woman. Mm-hmm.
CK, if Tim Scott were to, stop being gay, I don't know that man is gay. If Tim Scott were to marry a white woman and stand up before America and say, this is my Coretta, I would be highly offended. Because she ain't damn Coretta.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right. No, I'm saying, remember, you're telling people this is what I look for in a woman. So if your woman just happens to become a white woman, that don't mean that's going to change your standards. You always was looking for Michelle and Coretta in a woman. So just because you're a white woman, I don't think he didn't say he just said I want you to represent me like them. So I don't think that's nothing wrong. That's actually a compliment to those women.
It is a compliment to Coretta and to Michelle. I agree there. But if you want a Coretta or a Michelle, then you need, in my opinion, you need to go get a sister. Like Sierra just put it up there. If you got some white woman, then she can be your Jackie O. You know what I'm saying? But she can't be your Coretta. She can't be your Michelle.
Oh, good God. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I think it's a little bit dealing with what he's dealing with too inside, as far as, wanting to be with a sister. He's still dealing with that. That's why he got with Megan.
I don't know what happened. His phone hung up on him. I got a slight issue with him being with Megan Good, and I got a slight issue with Megan Good being with him right now and going through this. As far as I don't know if their relationship was true or if it wasn't. But the way that I see it, Megan was a prop. Even if there was a genuine relationship brewing, that Bible was a prop and Megan was a prop. Period. Because they didn't appear until you needed them for court. And again, their relationship could be real. But if that's the case, Megan, you can, you know what I'm saying? I guess I can't blame if their relationship was real. Let me rethink this for a minute. If I'm in trouble for slapping a white woman around, and you ain't never seen me with a sister, but I meet this fine sister named Megan. Do I want Megan coming to court with me? Am I going to be like, come and support me in court? I guess it would be cool, but I would have to know right off rip, just look like a prop. Because she can support you, you know what I'm saying, from back, holding hands, walking to the courthouse and all that kind of stuff. And even right now, he can't be like, I'm in love with Megan. They asked him about Megan. Oh, she's an angel. She's an angel. I mean, our relationship is still new and budding, but she's an angel. Like, you can't even say, like, that's my woman. I love that woman right there. Like, she's an angel. Our relationship is still new and budding, but she's an angel. She was a prop. I got a problem about that. That's a problem for me. I feel like he used Megan and the Bible as props. But that's just how I feel. You know, you never know if you going through it. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Some people, when they go through stuff, they really do cling to their religion. Like, Lord Jesus, help me. Some people, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm not sure that you can be a black man, dating a white woman, telling that white woman you need her to be a Coretta or a Michelle. Plus, I don't know that there's a whole lot of modern women that would be willing to be a Coretta or a Michelle, period. Some of them exist. Clearly, Michelle, you know what I'm saying? She's still around. But I don't know. I don't know. I saw one or two people answer about being a Coretta or a Michelle. Few of them said no. I didn't see anybody say yes. My OSHA.
Emanuel.
Yes.
What's up?
I don't know. You called me.
What does that even mean? I want a Coretta or a Michelle. What does that mean?
I thought I explained it.
Did you? I must not have been listening.
Well,
What is your definition?
I'll explain
of
it
that?
again. If Mike Jones, whatever level Mike Jones at, Mike Jones is getting ready to take it to the next level, right?
Uh-huh.
But in order for Mike Jones to take it to the next level, Mike needs you to quit that job, to stay home, to support him, to be there for him. Things gonna get rough. I need a nice, safe place to come home to, and I need you to be there behind me. Because, you know, Michelle, she's a lawyer. She gave all that stuff up to help him run for president, stay and take care of the kids and campaign for him and all that kind of stuff. A woman who's willing to put her wants, needs, desires on the back burner to see her husband fulfill his mission, his promise, his destiny.
Oh. Okay.
And be
Yeah,
supportive.
no, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I guess I'm not a Michelle or a Coretta. My whole thing is, and I totally agree with you, and I said that to somebody I was talking to. This dude is berating this woman on tape about how she's not holding him down like a Coretta or a Michelle. Well, why don't you find a black woman? That was my first thought.
Yes.
You're like expecting this woman to be something that maybe she, A, doesn't want to be, or B, don't even know how to be because she can't. But that's not why I called. I was having a conversation once with Mr. Jones, and I had asked him, do you ever notice how it's always a woman who's got to be ride or die, who's got to stick with her man when he is going through his drug addiction and stick with him until he gets himself right. Have you ever heard of a woman that's, struggling with her drug addiction and her man just sticks with her until she's... Sam Jackson, for example. His wife stayed with him while he was high on crack and who knows what else and helped him through it. I mean, it's countless examples. I have yet to hear of a man sticking with a woman until she gets herself together.
Well,
not saying it doesn't exist. It might, but you just very rarely hear about it.
well,
The woman has always got to be the ride or die. She's always got to stand by her man. When are men gonna stand by us?
well, I'm offended that you would ask that silly question. But
That is not a silly question.
very much a silly question. Here's what I would suggest for women. First, don't marry a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Don't marry a drug addict. And don't tell me, well, I didn't know he was a drug addict till we got married. Whatever. So number one, don't marry a drug addict. If he becomes a drug addict while you married, I'm all right with you leaving. You ain't got to be no ride or die. He smoked crack. You know what I'm saying? Why you want a divorce? He smoked crack. Who gonna be like, oh, you're not a real woman because you left a crackhead? So the idea of that, I don't necessarily roll with. But, I mean, just in terms of the roles of people and the roles that people are supposed to take, I'm not staying with no. If Mrs. Livingston starts smoking crack, she on her own. You on your own. I'm a still be your friend. I might try to help you through it. You know what I'm saying? After you steal enough microphones and pawn them, I can't kick it with you like that no more. But I don't know that that's a man's role.
What is a man's role?
To be a provider, protector.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. A man's
Would
role.
you be offended? Would you be offended if I said I can provide and protect myself?
Say that one more time.
Would you be offended if I said I can provide and protect myself? Me, Mrs. Livingston. What about Mrs. Livingston? Would you be offended if she said I can provide and protect myself?
What? No, I'm certain that she can provide for and protect herself, but she doesn't have to because I'm here. I took that off of her so that she doesn't have to be concerned about that because that's not her role. When she got with me, that became my role. If she's single, that's her role. You got to do that. But
And
once
what is
you got
Mrs.
with me,
Livingston's role?
huh?
What is Mrs. Livingston's role?
To love me, support me, take care of the home, make sure the song by Blackstreet, make this a happy home. That's your role. Now, you can do other stuff, but your role is to make this a happy home. Can you love me
Oh my goodness!
through thick and through
Does the
thin?
Queen of- does-
Are you willing to
does
work?
the Queen of Talk have on Uggs? Those are so cute.
What are you talking about?
I saw the Queen of Talk behind you, and she had her foot up, and it looked like she has on some cute little furry Uggs.
You trying to change the subject.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just her boots are so cute. I only like Uggs on babies. Adult Uggs are ugly. But anyway, get back to you.
I want to know, will you cook? Will you clean? Are you willing to work with me to capture this dream? And can you make this a happy home? Somewhere that I can come running to, to escape the stress of the day. That's her role.
You had me up until the cook. Why do we have to cook?
I cook sometimes, but I expect it. Okay, if you can't cook, I need to eat. Provide me, take my money and provide me with some food. However you get it. You know I like Chipotle. Take your ass to Chipotle if that's what you got to do. You know what I order, and come home and be like, hey, here's your Chipotle. I'm good.
Okay. I was just curious about what exactly is a Michelle and a Coretta.
I don't understand.
I really wish that dude will quit saying that.
He really
sounds
do.
Ridiculous.
But I don't understand women like y'all modern women, your aversion to being a woman.
Now, did you hear me say anything negative about what you said?
Yes.
I cook. I clean.
Do
you know what the rule is in our home? And this is, I told him this before we even got married.
Hold on. You made the rule?
Well, I don't necessarily know that I made it, but this is one thing
Sound like you made it.
I think keeps us happy.
All right.
I told him, you take care of the outside of the house, I'll take care of the inside of the house. If a gutter falls off or whatever, that's your domain. If we are out of TP, that's my domain. I'll take care of it. And we're both happy with that. I want my grass cut. I'm not cutting grass. I don't like doing yard work.
You take the garbage out? Sound like you're reneging on the deal.
I have taken it out, but I let him do it. He seems to get joy from
It
that.
sound
so I
like
let
you
him do it.
reneging on the deal. That long pause said, no, I ain't taking no garbage out. That's inside house stuff.
I will take out garbage. I have no problem taking out garbage.
That ain't what I asked you.
And as far as Mr. Johnson, if the water cooler goes out, that's his domain. Any type of mechanical crap goes on in the house, that's his business. If we are out of rice or pasta, I will pick some up. That's my business. But all that other stuff.
What
that's
outside
his
stuff
domain.
do you do?
Oh, I don't do anything outside.
But he gotta take out the garbage. I think it should be a fair trade. If he take out the garbage, you gotta pick up something outside.
Take out garbage occasionally. I bring him a cold drink when he's cutting grass.
That's
I
not
always
the
make sure
same.
he's hydrated.
Maybe you should cut the grass occasionally.
Oh no.
Oh, y'all modern women.
I am. That's got nothing to do with being modern. That's got to do with the fact that my father would make me try to rake leaves and all this and all that as a punishment. So now I have an aversion to yard work.
What about gardening? Go plant some flowers. He take out the garbage. You can plant some flowers.
I don't like doing that.
Huh?
I don't like doing that. I don't like getting my hands in dirt.
I'm just trying to get y'all a fair trade. He take out the garbage, which is inside stuff. You need to pick up some outside stuff. At least one.
I do not think that is how our agreement works. He is happy. I am happy. Why are you trying to mess up our agreement?
Because you made the rules. I'm going to have a conversation with Mike Jones. Just like I was talking to Twin and telling him he need to tell that woman to let that baby breastfeed. Men need to step up and make some declarations and some rules and say, this is how it's going down. It's not negotiable. Because that's what you did. You can say you didn't. Like, oh, it just works for us. But you started out by saying, I told him in the beginning. That means you made a rule.
Let me tell you something. You have to lay everything out there before you get serious, before you get married, before you move in with each other. Lay it all out there. And if they can't agree with it, then hey.
What rule did he lay out for you?
I cannot say over the airwaves.
Oh. All right. I like Mike Jones.
I'm kidding.
I like Mike Jones, so I believe he laid out some rules, and your ass better follow them.
He doesn't have any rules. To be honest, our only rule is just to try and make each other happy. That's it.
You try to swing that, but he laid out some rules, and you better follow them rules.
Just to keep him happy, and he's happy.
All right. I guess that's all that matters.
It is. And you keep Mrs. Livingston happy.
Oh, you know that.
Bye.
All right. Oh. Yeah, I guess. It's rules, though. Rules, though. Oh, I was getting ready to say bye. Brent.
Hey, what's going on, E-Man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Hey, first of all, I need to get CK's information because his staticky phone had me thinking there was something wrong with the vehicle I'm driving. It even reset my navigation unit like 3 times. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I'm sitting in traffic and like, why did it disconnect? And I look at my screen's black and like, what in the world? But as soon as he got off and it rebooted, everything is fine. So I'm gonna have to report that issue And had me thinking I had some of them old the Kmart Cracomatic speakers. That was.
Hey, I had some of those in the vet, man.
Oh man, you better not play nothing with any sort of bass.
Now, my issue was I had them, but you could hear the car running through the speakers, just a little.
Yeah.
And when I hit the gas, it's like, man, why am I hearing that through the speakers?
Yeah, was it one of the tape adapters hooked up to a CD player?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna hear that all the time. It's just the power signal coming from your AC adapter is real noisy. So that's what you're hearing there. So I know a little bit about that. If you'd had a filter on that, all would have been well. But that's the same thing. With all due respect to Myosha, from what you guys are just now talking about, her maid doing all the cooking and cleaning and her butler and everything ain't her doing the cooking and cleaning. So,
True.
I love my sister from Chicago, but come on now. Mr. Jones is out there. Well, I guess Mr. Jones does have the gardener helping, but still. Come on, Myosha, step it up.
And she has told us she didn't call it a maid, but she has someone come over and clean the house.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, when you have is it 15,000 square foot? That is difficult to keep all that clean. So that's understandable, I guess.
If you say so.
Yeah.
She need to get the CK maid discount though.
But I think that you're talking about modern women and everything, and it takes me back to one of my favorite sitcoms, and that was Good Times. I think the days of a Florida Evans are long since gone. And how did what's his name, James Evans Jr., he called it there's only two places for a woman, and Florida said, James, don't say it. He was like, the kitchen and the bedroom, Florida, the kitchen and the bedroom. But I think those days are long since gone, unless you go overseas and get an umfufu or go down to Mississippi. Maybe you'll find them there. But
but there's a difference between saying, kitchen and the bedroom and, are you willing to, like Michelle Obama did, give up a good portion of her career to support Barack?
Yeah. Well, even with Coretta, she was an activist before her, and they're at Antioch College in Ohio, I think it is, wasn't it, where she went?
I don't know.
So she was an activist in her own right before she met Martin Luther King, and they got married and everything and started having a family. So she had to put her career in the background. But my issue with James Major on that point is that you said you wanted her to be a Coretta Scott King or a Michelle Obama, but you ain't never smelled no shea butter and ain't never seen no washcloth in the shower. So come on now, what are your real expectations if you don't see those two tests? And you ain't never smelled a hot comb. Everybody know everybody black know what a hot comb smell like. You describe it any other way. So you didn't have those telltale signs, but that's what you want out of her. That's unrealistic expectations. Now if he would have just focused on qualities, then he probably could have got Courtney to be Coretta. Maybe that would have worked out.
And he might be able to, get Megan to be Coretta.
Well, remember, Megan was married to a preacher. And, they wound up splitting.
Well,
So
he wasn't doing something right. He wasn't doing, and I don't even mean like sexually, but he wasn't doing something right. Number one, as evidenced by the fact that they not together no more. But
well, could it have been that the roles that she was taking in Hollywood wasn't necessarily those that you would expect a first lady to have?
But trust me, if I am, if I pull Megan, some stuff gonna change. I mean, it just is. Cause you can't do some of the stuff that you used to do. Cause you my woman now. And I mean, that's just how it is. So yeah, I don't know that men nowadays understand that it's almost like Myosha said, just in reverse. How Myosha told her husband, this is the rule, this is how it's gonna be. And he rolled with it. She didn't really say that, but I'm saying for men, you let it be known, or I'm sorry, Megan, this is what it's gonna be. And if you can't agree to that, you're not the woman for me.
Yeah. So you're saying that conversation should have happened a whole lot earlier, like did with Mr. Thomas.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Mr. Thomas is Mr. Jones. Yeah, and when is Myosha gonna get her last name changed to Jones? We talked about that a couple of years ago.
I'm gonna have a conversation with Mike Jones. He need to put his foot down on some stuff.
Oh man, you're gonna make him lose that 50,000 square foot home. So don't tell him that. But and one last thing with Rondi on the politics side of things. So are we because I missed part of it, but is he blaming Biden for the rise in the pudding prices? Is that what he was blaming?
I think so.
And he's also blaming Biden for the 90,000 children that are missing. Even though the children were separated underneath Trump, and his people intentionally separated the children to try to discourage other migrants from coming across to separate. And they kept the record so poor that now they can't find where their parents are and everything.
It's Joe Biden's fault.
Happened? It's Joe Biden's fault because it's underneath him, but like you're trying to catch him on the whole abortion deal. And when that decision came down,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he blamed Joe Biden for pudding.
Yeah, it just sounded like he was shuffling through those 3x5 index cards and may have dropped a couple of them, and, getting some talking points and stuff. But man, gotta love him though. Gotta love him. Maybe one day he'll come around and It
just strikes me that you come on, Brent, and you say, "Look, I understand Donald Trump is a horrible human being. I believe he's a racist. He's a narcissist. He's a liar. He can't be trusted. He want to take over the government. He's no good. He don't follow the rules. He don't follow the laws, but I'm going to vote for him." Like, what? Because you want pudding to be cheaper.
Yeah, that just don't make no sense. And to all the black independents that are out there, if there even is such a thing, if you are independent just as vociferously as you will criticize a Democrat, do the same thing for Republicans. Because when you don't have a single mumbling word to say negative about Republicans, then your slip is showing.
Yes,
I can see your whole card. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. I know it's late. Have a great weekend. We're supposed to have the MLK parade down here. And normally the MLK parade in Dallas is 2.5 hours long.
Ooh.
And they've had in the past not one but two schools of ushering marching in the parade, which is just hilarious. And Dallas is, depending on what part of Dallas you're in, and you feel like you're in the country or you feel like you're in New York City. So it is wild.
Yeah, that's a lot of marching for nothing.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it this year because there's gonna be a lot of wild parsley that'll be partaken of, and there's gonna be a lot of gaps in the parade line, unfortunately. And you'll have that one brother hustling who will jump the barricade to sell one of his turkey legs to one of the ladies riding by in an Escalade.
Hey, I gotta ask you before you go. I gotta ask you one wrestling question.
Yes.
Do you think Jade Cargill is gonna premiere during the Royal Rumble?
Yes, they would absolutely waste her if she does not premiere.
Okay.
And it's very easy. They could have her come out as number 30. She clears the ring, and that's it. Because they're saying she's green, but she was green even when she was in AEW, but she did enough, and the people were able to carry her enough to make her credible.
Yes.
So you've been in the Performance Center now for 6+ months, and from what they're saying, you're working your butt off and you're impressing everything. why not? Then you still have another 3 months
Right.
to where you can still be working hard, doing the house shows and, getting your moves set all squared away so that by the time WrestleMania hits, you can have a legit 10 to 15-minute match. And
I
you're
agree.
good to go to become
I
the new
agree.
champion.
All right. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Not a problem. Hey, you have a good weekend.
You do say.
Oh, yeah, and that doesn't look like MLK in the background there. It looks like the one in the stone looks like MLK before Dick Gregory, and the one outside the stone looks like MLK after Dick Gregory.
All right.
And my wife even mentioned, I was like, who does that look like? And she was like, oh, it sort of looks like him. So she was saying that the statue was looking like you with a man unit.
All right, Brett.
All right, you take it easy.
All right. I'm sorry, Blade. I was trying to get to you. You could go ahead and call back. I missed your call. You hung up right before I clicked the button. Blade.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I was trying to see. I thought you wasn't coming on. I was trying to see. I guess you are live. Hey, man, you bring up a good subject, even though we laughing it off. But I think some of us, because I know you don't like the nobody, whatever. When your buddy, the comedian, came out with that book, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman.
That's not my buddy, but okay.
Yeah, that really messed a lot of our women up. Some of our women up, man, because most of our women, I ain't trying to be funny, the one female, they want it all, but they don't want to do nothing. So, they want the man to be the woman. And she sit back and whatever, because, I don't know what it is, man, but I feel sorry. That's why a lot of our women are single, because they think like men.
Actually, I agree with you. Yes. Yes.
I mean, because when I look at my son's culture, you ought to see, you got women now will argue that young 30 women, the young ladies now, they will argue with men and fight them. Actually throw hands with their man like he's nothing. And, a man don't want to put their hands on a woman, but that's the only thing you see now, because a woman will smack you in a minute and cuss you out. And then you even got some women pulling guns out on dudes now. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what's in the water, but the women, they to me, just some of them are too manly.
I agree.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you see that?
I do see
Where you
it.
at?
I see it and I hear it all the time. But I watch a lot of stuff, I guess what they call manosphere stuff. I watch a lot of stuff, and especially these younger women, like it's their mindsets are completely jacked up about relationships and what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman and equality and all that kind of stuff. It's unbelievable the way a lot of these young women think out here, and they're not going to realize it until it's too late. And they'll end up being single for the rest of their lives unnecessarily.
I don't know. Got a lot of them running to women. They say a woman knows another woman, and did you hear, I saw this video on Facebook where I said, oh man, it's really ain't that bad. Where this guy, he was saying that some men, they are tired of dating women. That's why they dating other men. Have you seen that?
Say that one more time.
This one cat, this video was on Facebook. I saw it last week. He's saying some men are tired of dating women. That's why now they're starting to date other men.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. That's crazy talk.
Facebook. Yeah, it was on the video on Facebook, but I hope it didn't get that bad.
I do too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I just want to say, man, a lot of our women need to stop acting like men and start thinking and acting like women.
All
What's
right.
up, bro?
I appreciate your call. That was Blake. Ron says, I said that and you act like I was a crazy woman beater. I don't remember you saying that. And if you did say that and I've acted like you was a woman beater, I mean, you added something to it. You're talking about when you were talking about your woman and you put the pillow over her face and punched her in the face. Yeah, that's some crazy woman beater stuff. It's a difference between, modern women that lost their way and if she talked back to you, put the pillow over her face and sock her. Those are different, Ron. Those are different. Janice be making excuses. When men lost their place, everyone followed suit. Women and children. Man is the head, the leader. It had nothing to do with when men lost their place. I won't even necessarily say that men lost their place. But we'll get into that another time. I got to go. But men, all I have to say about it is, women, you're out there choosing men. You're choosing. Don't choose the ones that do bad, that treat you bad, that don't lead, that don't support and all of that kind of stuff. Don't choose those guys. Don't choose the men that knock you up and then don't take care of their baby. Don't choose them. Don't do any of that. I've said this for years. As much as men love their cars and all that kind of stuff, if women decided we was only gonna date dudes that drive hoopties, men would start driving hoopties in mass numbers. Only. Like, hey baby, what you doing? Like, nah, you got a nice car. I don't date no dude with no nice car. And keep walking. And that happened to him over and over and over. And he realized, hold on, women like hoopties. He would drive a hoopty. He would drive a hoopty. So if you set the standard for if women set the standard for what women are willing to accept, the standard raises. So yeah, if you date dope boys and you think that's the hottest thing going because he got money, I don't care how he get the money, he got money, then some dude's going to take the path of least resistance to get the money because they want the women. Just the truth. Shahar says that's because, unfortunately, the majority of the other good men you speak of are already taken or know they're a rare breed and aren't trying to settle down. It's slim pickings out here. I don't know that it is. I just don't think y'all know how to pick. Y'all don't know how to pick or what to pick. It's a whole lot of brothers out there that, y'all think a good man, and y'all put all of these things on a good man that ain't necessarily what a good man is. And of course I know this one personally, from his height. Oh, he only a certain height, so he not a good man. Oh, he only make this much money, so he not a good man. Oh, he dressed like this, so he not a good man. All of those nonsensical, superficial, when there's an actual good man, but you don't want him because he don't dress right. He don't look right. He ain't tall enough. He too fat. He too skinny. He ain't got no six pack. He don't make enough money. His house ain't big enough. He don't have the right job title. He don't, what I'm saying? All of this nonsense. They ain't slim pickings. It ain't slim pickings. It's just slim pickings for the nonsense that you want, that you classify as that you put in your stack of qualities of a good man that really should come out. Those are options. Those are options. Nobody wants the base model good man. Yeah, it's the base model. Well, I don't want it unless it's got automatic windows. Hold on, that's a perfectly good car. It runs perfectly. Nothing wrong with it. It's a good car. I got to roll the window up. Well, yeah, it don't have the automatic windows. Then it's not a good car. Yes, it is. It's got leather interior. No, it's cloth. Then it's not a good car. It's a good car. You can't take all the options and say, this is what makes a good car, and it ain't hardly no good cars out there. Fully loaded? Maybe not. But some of that stuff y'all want ain't really got much to do with what a good man is. Oh, trust me, it is. If it was just a few women struggling to find this, I could believe. But when it's a huge number of women in droves, that tells me something different. And trust me, we don't have those nonsense, superficial thinking like you assume. Some do, I'm sure, but not the women I'm talking about. Shahara, stop it. Stop it. I believe I heard you cracking on some dude talking about he was too short to date. You cracked on him. He got to be taller than me. That's a superficial, nonsensical measure of what a good man is. And just because it's a lot of women who's using that same nonsensical measure, why are you reading my comment with that voice, though? I don't know. It's the voice that popped into my head. I don't know why. Tria says, y'all don't like fat women, but fat men are acceptable. Okay. All right. Janice says, as a man, your idea of what a good man is different than what a woman wants and sees. And it's not a thug. For some it is. But again, okay, those women out there have their ideas of what a good man is. And a whole lot of them is single. So, okay, y'all win. Y'all know what a good man is. And he don't exist. So be single. But there's a lot of good men out there. You don't have to be single. All you have to do is change your mindset a little bit. I think a lot of women be too worried about what their friends gonna think. Well, what they gonna think if I show up with a short man? What they gonna think if I show up with a fat man? What they gonna think if I show up with a man who don't have a nice car? What they think what they gonna think about me if I show up with a man and he, a sanitation worker? What they gonna think if I show up with a man, he ain't making six figures? What they gonna think if I show up with a man and he, all of those little things that y'all use to disqualify men? I think a lot of that is, but what y'all should be thinking is, I could be happy. You know what I'm saying? I could be happy. But maybe you can't. Maybe that's what make you happy. And if that's what make you happy and you can't find it, cool. I'm going to be honest. I don't hear men complaining about not being able to find women. Well, that's not true. Every once in a while, I might hear that. But them usually be just suckers. But I don't really hear men complaining about not being able to find women and being single. I hear women complaining about not being able to find men. Men can get a woman. Even the ones y'all say ain't a good man, he can get a woman. I don't recall making that comment about my man needing to be taller than me in particular, but I would prefer my man to be taller than me. I'm only 5'5". Other than that, that shouldn't be hard to find. Right, you didn't say it, but somehow I knew it. Stop it. I knew it because you done said it before. That's how I knew. And what if the perfect man for you is 5'4"? And you giving up? I don't want him. Wow, he's 5'4". But he perfect for you. Like God tailor-made him personality-wise just for you. He would make you the happiest woman on the planet because God made him that way. Well, but he only 5'4". That's on you. Get rid of him. And keep struggling to find the dude that's 5'6". But God didn't make him 5'6". God made him 5'4". Well, what my friends gonna say if I show up with a dude that's 5'4"? You ain't gonna be thinking about him being 5'4" when he blowing your back out. And you happy than a mug. But when you go outside, let that stuff go. I did not say that before, but yes, it's true. And you would be dying inside if he was 5'4". See, that's what I'm talking about. So you can't talk about good men are hard to find. The options that you want on a good man are hard to find. And look, don't get me wrong. You got every right to want what you want and not accept what you don't want. Every right. You keep saying you didn't say it before. Then how did I know that about you? How did I know it if you didn't say it before? I could have chosen any option. Why did I choose that one? Because you've said it before. You don't remember saying it, but you did. You said it before. Hold on. I never been approached by this 5'4" man, though. You were rejecting. God is protecting him from you. That's what's happening. You would reject him. So God won't let him approach you. God won't let him approach you. God would rather you be single. And somebody asked me, how tall am I? I'm 5'5". I'm 5'5". Janice says, because some women won't settle for some real losers just to have some help. Just saying. That's why men don't have any trouble getting a fine woman and they tore up. You didn't hear that from me. But I'm saying there's a lot of non-losers that get rejected for nonsense like their height or their hairline. Woo! Or he don't make this much. Like you have a concrete figure. If he don't make $85,000 a year, then I can't date him. Well, he make 83. That ain't enough. So you reject him. Y'all, that stuff is happening. It's happening. men, look, ladies, y'all can reject men for whatever little thing y'all want to reject him for. He's not the right skin tone. He don't have the right muscle tone. His teeth ain't white enough. His teeth ain't straight enough. His ears too big. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, little, whatever. Ooh, his Adam's apples stick out too far. You know what I'm saying? Women come up with nonsense. And then we talk about, ain't no good men. Ain't no good men. But you done rejected 35 men this week for nonsense. He got dirt under his fingernails. He ain't a good man because he got dirt under his fingernails. But if you don't like that, nobody would, I'm not telling you to take it. I'm just saying. You can't claim ain't no good men. No, see, and this I didn't know. Tupac did raise my standards. I do need a nice smile. So now God done made the perfect man for you. He 5'4", and he got a couple crooked teeth. You done rejected him twice. You're out of here. God is like, he's just perfect for you. Kimberly said, dating show would be cool. Dating game. I would never do it. Because I know women would be too, too whatever. And I wouldn't set up men to get rejected over and over and over for no reason. I would not set men up like that. Why I gotta be a punk? Why I gotta be a punk? I put the comment up. People can see the whole rest of the comment. I put it up. I'll read the rest of it. She said, but I've accommodated before and been with guys who didn't have the best teeth and it was okay. Listen to how you classifying these guys. Because, yeah, somebody want to be with somebody who think they okay. Yeah, he okay. What made him okay? Well, his teeth wasn't perfect. Ain't no good men out there. What was wrong with him? His teeth wasn't perfect. He was just okay. But ain't no good men. Stop it with that. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I don't even know how we got onto that. I don't even know how we got on that. But I try to give wisdom where I can. Maya said, no men would be mad if the woman didn't have a big behind and breast and a small waist and hair down to her butt. Men ain't looking for that. Well, some are. But for the most part, men don't like weaves. Men don't like hair all down your butt if it ain't your real hair. Men will take a shaved head chick over a woman with a weave all down her butt. That's number one. Number two, I don't think men like, larger breasts, some men, but they don't have to be like no huge nothing. You just gotta, carry yourself right. I've seen ladies with nothing but nipples. Look like large nipples, small breasts. And they get played like crazy because it ain't about the size of the breast, for real. Same with the booty. Yeah, you like a nice round rear end. But you see chicks with just average booties. They get played. It's about how you carry yourself. And a lot of the stuff that women think men want, or whatever, y'all ain't doing that for men no more. At least I hope not. If you putting on fake eyelashes to attract men, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about what men want. If you caking on makeup to attract men, you don't know what men want. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with makeup. I'm not saying I hate makeup, but it's not necessary. Men like natural women with good personalities who are willing to, be cooperative and not hollering and screaming at them all the time and putting unreasonable demands on them. Of course, different people like different things. Some people like a really outgoing personality. Some people like a little bit of an introvert. And, there's everything in between. So sure, everybody has preferences. Everybody has preferences. But for the most part, if you natural and you nice, you pleasant, in my mind, those are different things. You're pleasant to be around, got a good personality, and I'm not always stressing out about you. You honest. You know what I'm saying? You're not shady. Like, oh, where was she at last night? Don't be looking at my phone. You know what I'm saying? Don't want all of that. But if you know what I'm saying, just a nice, normal, reasonable, intelligent woman, most good men will be down with you. Just you would reject them because they ain't tall enough, because their teeth ain't straight enough or white enough, or their job ain't the right job, and he ain't driven enough. Why he not driven enough? He 5 years from retirement with the city. He should have started his own company by now. Like, oh my goodness. Everybody don't have to start their own company. I need a man that's a go-getter. All right. I was gonna do a toast today, but I forgot I had to pick up the little baby. And I didn't stop and get my toast. So I'm sorry, no toast. No toast. I don't even have anything. It's crazy. I don't even have anything sweet in the house to toast with. I don't. And I feel bad about that. I'm going to have to go have a conversation with Mrs. Livingston. I should never not have some sweets in the house. Knowing who I am, that's her role. To keep me supplied with sweets. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, talking to me, and all of that good stuff. I hope everybody have a wonderful weekend. I don't know if I'll be here on Monday. LaDonna says, you ate them all. Well, when I eat them all, she's supposed to go get some new ones. Oh, wait a minute. I got a call coming in. Interesting. Caller.
Can we get a best of the afternoon experiment on Monday, please?
They all up there. All you gotta do, if you want, just go to my page. You can watch any. No, I won't be able to put one together by Monday, but I might be on Monday. I'm not sure.
And lastly, take care of little baby. I heard her having a cough. You need to take care of that little baby. She's a beautiful little person. So take care of her. All right?
I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, Paul.
I'm not Pawpaw. I'm grandfather.
Later, E.
All right. Yeah, I do. I got to go take care of the little baby. I got to go take care of her. Make sure she all right. All right, y'all. Until next time, enjoy your weekend.